nail salons and the coronavirus. Tracey and I are going to talk through different ways of how to sort of manage as this continues to spread. We're going to talk about it right now on the Biz Talk. All right, so it's a topic right now, and we really felt like we wanted to kind of talk through this a little bit, some tips on what could help, because nail salons obviously it's a public setting and clients come in, you do their services. This is an issue that continues to spread as everybody is watching the coronavirus, and we wanted to kind of give our take on this. And I think it's, for the most part, pretty simple, common sense, I think. But let's dive into this. Tracey, what are some important things that nail professionals, let's start with nail pros. I think on the consumer side too, it's really important, but nail professionals can do as this coronavirus is spreading. Like, what are some things, like what would you do in the salon right now if you had your business and your clientele?
Well, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe anyway, so I was constantly spraying everything down. But I think the most important thing that nail techs can start doing, because most have really good practices as far as keeping things clean.
Right.
But they're scared to hold up to their policies when it comes to illness. So I think really laying out what you're going to do if someone's sick, maybe sending text messages to their customers about being sick and canceling their appointments. I think that's where some might be having a hard time, is actually getting that little courage and going, nope, not doing you.
Yeah. I think the communication piece is going to be everything here. Like, I mean, even here at Young Nails, it's like we have if you're sick, regardless of coronavirus, like it's always go home.
Right. I think that it's flu season and everything anyway. Like
exactly.
This would apply, to all of it, I think.
Correct. Even myself, like last week I was sick. I took myself out of work.
It was a great week.
Even the Friday before, I was through the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was out.
Yeah. And you did. Yeah. You said, you know what, I feel good enough to come in, but I'm not going
to come in. Not until I felt like really good, which was until Thursday. So I was out for almost a week.
Yeah.
And I think that communication piece is going to be huge. Like you've got, like you said, a lot of professionals are maybe going to be scared. I don't think you need to be. I think it's just a very simple, like courteous, like message or phone call or text message, like you said.
Yeah.
Of like, it's important for everybody to be healthy and stay healthy.
For my health, your health. And I think that's what we have to look at it is sometimes we feel like customers are going to get angry. But if I get that from my hairdresser, I'm going to be like, oh, sweet. That means someone that was before me isn't sick.
Yeah.
I feel fine, but at least I know that the environment's clean.
Yeah.
So it's for everybody's benefit. Yeah, it sucks if you're sick and you can't go in, but I mean, it's
temporary.
It's nails, people. It's not heart surgery.
Yeah. It's temporary. Also, it's like you might miss an appointment, but you need to stay out. And that's a really good point. Like letting your clients know that you're taking the steps and the precautions to make sure that nobody is coming in, when they're sick, is going to make them feel so much better. Like they're all going to appreciate it more. And they're going to say that, hey, wow, I got that message from Tracey. She's on top of this. Like she's making sure the environment is going to be as clean as possible. I mean, the good thing about nails is that you don't have 100, 200 people gathering in one spot. You know what I mean?
No.
Like any busy restaurant, for example, maybe can get 50, 60, 70, 80 people at one time.
I guess it really depends on the salon. I mean,
I guess so.
Yeah, because Mel worked at a place that had 64 people.
Yeah.
So you got everybody that has a client on top of it. But that's where I think you have to get together as a salon, even if it's like my place had four of us working.
Right.
Get together as a salon and set the, this is what we're going to do. So we all still stay healthy, because A client, I know that they're like, oh, I'll just go in and they'll be fine. But then you get me sick, and then I might be out the next appointment. So it's like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's a good thing to keep that communication going on, even if you're solo, or if you got 2 people or 4 people, or I think that's going to be the majority of the cases. It's going to be small, which works in your favor anyway. You know what I mean? As a business that has less number of people coming through it right now, I think that's going to benefit you.
Right.
But that communication is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
And then, like Tracey is saying, like, you want to let your customers know, hey, before and after every service, I'm wiping down the surfaces.
Yeah.
I'm making sure to keep all my implements clean. I'm autoclaving or sanitizing X, Y. Educate them on what you're doing. I think that's also just good, positive content to put out. It's good for your business to let all of your followers and people know, these are the steps I'm taking in this situation. You know, because you have a business that deals with people, it's good content, good information to put out to your customers, your followers, let them know this is how you're dealing with it, and these are the steps that you're taking.
Yeah, I've noticed some nail techs on Instagram. They're posting their policies and kind of like what you're saying, this is what I'm doing to protect you. And I think that's really a great message.
It is a really good message, and you just can't go wrong with that. You know, and here's the thing too, is like, nail professionals have access to, you know, the 99% isopropanol, the alcohol,
we got the good stuff.
We got the good stuff. You really do, to wipe down the surfaces and clean, or just the Lysols or whatever else that you're going to use. Yeah.
Which, you know, I hope people are doing anyway. But, you know, especially at this time, you want to take it up a notch and make sure.
Yeah, for sure. And again, communicating that message openly, like we've seen some techs do, it separates you, you know, like, and not allowing people to come in that are sick, it separates you as a business and puts you as a responsible business owner. You want your customers to know that. That one person might get upset, you know, but
let's say they do and they don't come back. Do you really want that customer anyway?
Yeah,
like,
probably.
You know what? Don't come in if you're sick. I don't care if it's the corona or just a flu. Like, please don't come in. And if you're upset about that, I don't need you as a client.
Yeah. You know, last week when I got sick, I don't have the coronavirus, by the way, but
he has other issues.
I have other issues, but I wanted to go, like, as I was getting out of my sickness and I was getting better, I wanted to go work out, right? Because I go to the gym, I go work out, you know, 4 or 5 times a week. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay home until I'm completely good, because I did not want to potentially get other people there sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So staying healthy through this process. And I, you know, I've read a lot about this, you know, because I'm a business owner. I need to stay up on what's going on. I think a lot of techs, you should too, reading the different literature that's out there on the virus and what you can do for your business. A lot of what's being said about this is these are kind of the beginning stages of what's going on. So it's important to take these steps and measures and communication efforts now. Don't wait, you know. On the consumer side, if you're a consumer, you go to the salon, call your nail professional.
Yeah.
You know, talk to them about what they're doing. You know what I mean? About how they are keeping their place clean. Are they
What's your policies?
What are your policies on this? You know what I'm saying? I think that's important for nail professionals, or excuse me, for individual consumers to go to their pros and say, hey, you know, I just want to make sure you know, I don't want to go in there if other people are coming in that are sick. I think you should ask those questions. I think it's good for the pro.
As a nail tech, that wouldn't bother me.
Of course,
it wouldn't bother me at all. You know, like, what precautions are you taking because of this? You could text them. You don't even have to call them. Text them, and I think that might get some techs thinking too. If their customers are asking that tells you that it's okay to have those kind of policies. They want you to have those kind of policies.
I just think it's a great opportunity for nail pros to really separate themselves out. One of the things, let's forget about the coronavirus for a second, okay? One of the things that we've seen in the nail industry over the last 25 years has been like, clean salons, or salons not having the right, policies in place so that customers don't get infections. Or, we've seen in California,
not
especially.
Disinfecting, not doing the mandatory things.
Correct.
Yeah.
The mandatory things. There's been a lot of like cutting corners that we've seen in the nail industry in general, right? And you've seen reports come out, you've seen stories come out, and it's gotten a bad rap for the most part.
Yeah.
Use this as an opportunity to really kind of like, you should be clean anyway, but just to talk about your sanitation processes, this is a good thing. I was just thinking,
when you were talking, like even if you're doing like a story on Instagram and it just kind of shows you going around and cleaning, or taking a picture of the Lysol and just saying, hey, taking care of my customers, I think that would be really cool and a positive message.
It is a very positive message in this time, and it's a rough time, you know what I mean? It's not good.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's good to just get the message out of the steps that you're taking. And I think it's good for your business. You know what I mean? And just overall in general,
right,
you need to be clean.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I know some people are like, oh, you feeding into the frenzy, and it's not, this is a real thing. And you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Take care of your customers too. But you have customers coming in sick, you're going to take that home.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
And like, is it a lot of the media feeding it? Is it, who knows?
Yeah.
Right. And to be honest with you, Tracy, I don't even care.
No.
What it's out there as a business owner. You know what I mean? Like, it's important for me to be aware of this. Like, we have a team, we have employees, we have customers.
You got to take care of your people.
You got to take care of our people, our distributors, everybody, to make sure that, we're staying healthy. Everybody here is healthy. Or if somebody is getting sick or has an issue, that they're taken care of, or they're taking care of themselves, and don't come to work if you're sick, which is, that's our thing here anyway, is anybody is sick, it's like, go home and get your rest.
I feel bad for anybody that sneezes around here, because we always have been like,
go home.
What, you're sick?
Go home.
They're like, I sneezed.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. Tracy doesn't have to sneeze. I just go home.
I wish I could.
So I hope you, in this time, I hope that you take the opportunity to really talk about your processes and your policies of how you're keeping clean. I think that's important anyway. But just to communicate that to your clients, it's going to make them feel comfortable and make them, understand that you're just not letting anybody coming in the door that is potentially sick, that you are a responsible business owner. And I think that's the huge key here. So let us know what you think, how you're dealing with it through this time. We'd love to know. Tracy, thank you as always. And we appreciate you guys tuning in today. We'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.